Can I just ask the panel, maybe, sometimes you've got customers, existing customers, sometimes you want new customers, and there are obviously lots of people in the world, some of which are likely to be your customers and some of which will never be your customers. Given the fact that time is limited, how much time do you put into existing customers rather than finding new ones? Because it's very easy when you've got a relationship to imagine that it will sustain itself without you needing to work on it. So how can you, any ideas for sort of balancing that challenge?
I'd love some. Yeah, I think I guess it all comes down to when you run your own business, we all know it comes down to how many hours in a day and how many staff you can afford and how you do it more effectively. And I think for us, for me, for my business, it's pretty much probably a 60-40 split. We spend 60% of our time nurturing the relationships we have and 40% actually going out there and building new relationships. And that is because we're on a very steep growth, especially with our marketing company, which has employed 3 new staff. So building up that side of the business is all about bringing in new business. But it's one of the things I was sitting down yesterday with my team going, we've got 500 clients here. How many of those clients actually know about this other thing that we're doing with our business? And I don't think many of them do at all. So we've actually got to look at changing that around and doing it that way. And communicating with new clients is all about in real life for us. It's not about sending them offers and things on with email or direct mail or anything. It's really about building those relationships, and that's what our business is about.
I guess from my point of view in the finance industry, ours is very much a balancing act and obviously always looking to grow. But what I would say is in my team I've got people who are great relationship managers, and so they're great at really fostering that relationship, making sure that the client has what they're looking for all the time. But then I've got people who are really like you and have got the confidence to get about and introduce themselves and win new clientele that way. But the way that, especially in my local community, which I'm very passionate about, the way that I try to drive our business for growth is through customer advocacy. So, you know, if we're doing well, doing the right thing with our clients, then generally they've got a friend or a family member, etc., that needs some help as well. And so that's what we really try and focus on, the way that we grow our business. Yeah.
Yeah, ours, well, we are a little bit more unusual than most fashion companies, where we sell a new 30-piece collection for each one of our brands every single month. So we're showing new product constantly, which is unusual. Usually it's only 3 or 4 times a year. We're 12 times a year for 3 brands. It absolutely never ends. It's quite exciting because we can offer new product constantly into the marketplace. So our customers, as long as they keep liking what we're giving them, seeing new, a little bit like the Zara model, where they've always got that new product hitting the floor. So we're kind of based like that. So for us, I don't know, it's harder because we have a big base of customers that are seeing us and buying from us every month at a wholesale level, plus retail obviously. And then because we are growing rapidly, we're looking into new clients all the time. So it's seeing those same people all the time, but then on getting new people on board. And yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah.
Actually, do you know what's funny? Because I actually don't sell my business at all. I go out, I actually have a team of people. One of the things that I've done in business, which one of my mentors who I met in the cab with the flashing light bumblebee costume, told me that when I started my business was the best thing I could do was employ people who were 10 times better than me. And and I'm sure many of you in the room have come in contact with some of my team, and they are very dynamic and very brilliant at what they do. So they just let me flit around with my green hair and just have fun, really. So that's not what I do in real life, but when I'm out and about, that's what it looks like I'm doing.
Are there some questions that we would like from the audience? Have we got a brave panel here? Who's got a question about how that customers and your business might be developing? Or are you all going to be quiet? You weren't at all quiet when we did that networking session. You've got things festering. Please.
I'd like to ask a question. We all make mistakes and we all annoy and we all upset and we all can aggravate a customer or upset them or do something wrong. We all do that. Is how do you guys deal with that? How do you maintain that relationship when you've completely stuffed up?
Lovely, thank you. Thought I was having a day off. No, I'm only kidding. It's working in a bank, a big corporate. Often decisions are made, I'll go with that, above our, above my level. So things like interest rate changes, do we pass it on, do we not pass it on, all of those types of things. So this is something that we deal with constantly. And so I think that the importance, and it sort of answers your question but sort of not, is the relationship with that we have with our customers, that not always is what they do with us based on price, but also the value that we add on an individual level. And so I think it's always coming back to that relationship. But if it's something that I've personally done, then I don't think there's any other way around it but to say, sorry, I'm human and I've made an error, and then correct it as best you can, I think. Do you make errors in fashion?
We make errors all the time. Fashion mistakes. Fashion police will let us know very quickly. I don't know, there's lots of funny things that people do. We employ a celebrity office in LA, and it's actually we do maternity wear in some cases. Kourtney Kardashian's pregnant and wearing all of our stuff. They do this thing in the magazines where, what do they call it? Who wore it better? They give you average. It's horrible, but we do, so that's pretty clear when you've made a mistake. Other thing, we get all the direct inquiries from the customers on product. So if there's a fault in the garment, we'll hear about it. When we get recalls, it can be quite expensive if you get it wrong. So we have a full team in our business that manages all of that to make sure that we make product correctly. But we make mistakes definitely. But with our customers directly, we do get complaints direct, and because we use that distribution network where we're wholesaling, we don't know all of our customers. Quite often we'll hear about a customer that's not managing the brand correctly, or if they're an online business and they haven't got themselves up and running correctly, there can be a lot of problems there, and that reflects badly on our brand. So we really have to have a team in place to manage that, and it's not just coming through our business, it's so many different areas, so it can be quite hard.
They say we all make mistakes, and we do all the time. And it's never that you made a mistake, it's either what you learned from it or in fact how you recovered from it. Because if you never make a mistake, you're actually not challenging yourself in any sorts of way, because none of us are perfect. And if we don't constantly, I think, push the boundaries a bit, then we're just playing life very safely.